As conservatives are increasingly being subject to censorship on the internet, could we be on the verge of a new digital world order? I'm Robin Kinderman, and you're watching JBS Straight Talk. On Monday, the UN High-Level Panel on Digital Cooperation, which was launched last year, released a tech report titled The Age of Digital Interdependence. The report included a declaration of digital interdependence, calling for greater international cooperation. In other words, control by the United Nations over the internet in order to, as they put it, lay the foundations of an inclusive digital economy and society for all. The UN report also called for addressing the spread of hateful content, noting one survey of UK adult internet users found that 40% of 16 to 24-year-olds have reported some form of harassment and child abuse. The UN Tech report failed to define what they meant by form of harassment. Nevertheless, the report continued, ambiguously stating, children are at particular risk. Almost a third of under 18-year-olds report having been exposed to violent or hateful contact or behavior online. That same report also cited an article from the globalist pro-world government Council on Foreign Relations about hate speech on social media. Under the intentionally vague and unspecified banner of curbing hate speech and violent and harmful content, InfoWars' Alex Jones, Paul Joseph Watson, Steven Crowder, actor James Woods, citizen journalist Laura Loomer, PragerU, and the pro-life Live Action are just some of the most well-known conservative voices that have either been outright banned, deplatformed, or demonetized by the big tech giants such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. This purging of political free speech is already being referred to by many as the Vox adpocalypse, named after progressive, woke, leftist news sites like Vox going after conservative YouTubers that they disagree with. And this is likely only the beginning. The John Birch Society and our affiliate, The New American Magazine, are just the types of organizations that the big tech giants are going after and looking to silence in an effort to control the content that people watch and listen to in order to promote their leftist globalist agenda. Some have suggested that the government should step in order to stop the censorship. But think about that. Do you really want Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, or even Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez regulating the internet and content you watch? The big tech giants would want nothing more than to be regulated and controlled by the government in order to further justify their bans. By promoting new onerous government regulations and restrictions that would make it virtually impossible for any new competitors to rise and threaten their digital dominions, the big tech giants would become the very monopolies they aspire to be. In order for free speech and real news to flourish, it must be free of both Congress and the United Nations. When the people are uninformed or misinformed, they are ripe for tyranny and conquest. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Whoever would overthrow the liberty of a nation must begin by subduing the freeness of speech." And that is exactly what is happening right now. We are at serious risk of losing our liberties. In any given society in which speech or the press are not free, neither will the citizenry be. For this reason, we encourage you to contact your local state and federal elected officials and tell them to oppose the federal government and international regulation of the internet. Until next week, take care and God bless.